The game is called Die or Die. Oh, wait. It's got the bug. I love this bug. Flip vertical. Hey. My guess is they made it in Godot. That would be my guess. Music is great, dude. And I love the art style of your game. Fantastic, man. All right. Let's roll. Defeat all the enemies. Ranged weapon in the left hand. Or left click. Right click is melee. Reloads ammo. Move. Dodge. Got it. Look at the art style of this, man. To get more bullets, I'll have to attack those enemies with my melee weapon. So you have to hit with melee to get ammo back. But look at the art style on this. It's like all super sketchy and red. Dude, are those babies in taxis? The horror. Wishlisted already? I love this, dude. Let's see what kind of graphics options it has, too. I love that it's inside of a taxi like this. Camera effects. I wonder what that does. Is that like screen shake and stuff? Might be. Let's see if it is. I'll turn them up and down. Pizza Tower vibes? Yeah. Okay. Dice found. Plus. Cursor seems to be flipped. This is a bug that's with, unfortunately, this is a bug that's with Godot. It's such an interesting bug. It's something that I think is a Godot problem. I'll ask them if they made it in Godot, because we had this exact same problem in the past. Is that working now? I changed it to windowed mode, and I do desktop capture, and it's working fine. That's wild. There's got to be something weird with that. Cool bug. I've never seen that before. I wonder what they're doing that's unique in terms of graphics changes. You know? There's got to be something. Ooh. Oh, my bones! Squished. Oh, they can shoot each other? Yeah, it kind of feels like Nuclear Throne. It kind of feels like that sort of vibe, but it's also like sketch hand-drawn kind of feel, and I love that. I think it's the thing that like made me really interested in this overall was the fact that you could do that. Oh, you can hit the bullets. That's interesting. That's really interesting, actually. Nice. Pizza Tower, Nuclear Throne kind of vibes, yeah. What is a bummer? Let's see. Attacking in melee pushes you back a little. You almost can't see the level. The game goes upside down. What? Wait. You forgot how to hold your weapon. Is that what's happening there? In order to can damage enemies. Powers. Eye body odor. How do I do this? Okay, that works. So now I have that power. And to get rid of a bummer, I have to put a 4 on that one and a 4 on this one. And I could just get rid of bummers by using my dice. Got it. Okay, now it makes sense. Okay, the game is now officially upside down on purpose. Alright, I have to fix this. This is a nightmare. What have you done? What great horrors, developer? Oh, my bones. Because not only do we have upside down, but we have attack in the wrong direction, too. Ow. What? I actually don't know what killed me. Alright, we're gonna start this now that I know what I'm doing. Got a dice. Wow, alright. Alright, let's get out of here. Get 3 dice for that. 1 dice for that, so I get 4. What is this? The floor is lava. Enemies are faster. We need a 6 and a 2. And a 4. And then I could do... I guess a 5 on that one. And a 1 and a 2. There we go. Yeah, it's one of those things where you gotta go fast. Oh, there was a thing up there. Could have gotten the free dice. Nice. Alright. A 2 and a 4 and a 6. 2, 4, or 6. Taking melee pushes you back a little. I don't care about that. Even more taxi enemies. 1, 3, or 5. I can get rid of the 1. I can get rid of the 2. I got a 6 for the bonus power. Permanently increases speed. That's awesome. A 3 and a 2. So now this is leveled up. Our scythe is now stronger. I like this. Yeah. It doesn't seem like my scythe is doing anything more. Maybe it's faster? It's faster. Alright. What the hell was that? Okay. It is very nuclear throne. That almost looks like that feels like Pizza Tower. Which is a really good thing, to be honest with you. Oh, God. Yeah, I need a better gun. I need a gun that doesn't suck, dude. Maybe I'll level the gun first. Nice. This game looks fun. It's because it feels really good. And it does what it's doing quite well. It very much so reminds me of, like, Nuclear Throne and kind of animation like Pizza Tower. Because it's got that nice sketchy design, you know? What is this? 2 new dice will roll with half the value. Throw that up there. Under 2. Get rid of that. I don't think I need to split a dice. I'm gonna keep a 6 in my hand. Wait, what is this? Oh, wait. I thought that was to put it, like, in my hand to hold it. Damage is bad for your gut. Your farts are toxic to your enemies. We could do toxic farts, dude. 3 and a 9? Yeah, do it. Toxic farts. And then I could do a 6. We could do a 5. We do a 5. Gun is upgraded. Are we winning? Maybe. Gun is amazing now. Yeah, gun is really good now. Nice. So I get 5 extra dice. What is that? Headless. There is no info on the screen. Well, not a problem if you have good memory. Enemies get duplicated every so often. Shit. Okay, 2 or below. 5 or above. 4 or above. And then I need a 2 and a 2. That's not great. Do a 6 on that. Put a 3 in his hand. Reroll dice again. Your bullets explode on impact. I like that. If I split this one, we get a 3. I can put the 3 there. That can't go in there. And then I could just dump everything into this. There we go. Oh shit. There's a way over here? Oh. Did I just fart when I got hit? Did that water hurt me? Is that what it was? I think the water hurt me and then my character ripped the fart, dude. Nice. This is the way. Oh, what is that? Oh, no. -1 to all dice. Okay, we need a 2. Get rid of that. A 1, 3, or 5. We can split the 4 into 2 2s and get rid of this. And then get a 1, 3, or 5, and then a 3. Diarrhea. That would be an awful ability. Return of the Dead. Enemies come back as zombies after dying. Alright, so... I picked up a frying pan. I don't know what that's gonna be like. We're gonna find out. Oh, we got birds. Oh, it stuns. Ugh! Why did that bird just turn into a zombie? Wait. Where's the enemies? Oh no, I'm gonna lose all this time. Stun is so good, dude. Nice. Alright, stun is great. I need more dice. I need more dice. Oh, that's a shitty one. Okay, one of these is reducing my dice, but I need a 5. It's an odd reduction, so it reduces odd dice, but it needs a 5. How do we resolve this? You can't have a 5 if it reduces a 5 to a 4. That's just permanent. Maybe we could do up to 5. Maybe we could do 4. Yeah, okay, we can do it that way. There we go. And we can do a 5 on that one and a 4 on this one. Okay. I was like, dude, what am I supposed to do with that? It lets you build up to it. Yeah. I was like, wait a minute. Damn it. Wait, why are they luchadors? Why are the zombies more powerful? What did I do wrong? Holy shit, dude. Luchador zombies are insane. The zombie that rises out of it is stronger than the original monster. Jesus Christ. All right. It's a lot of zombies. Oh. All right. Somehow still not done with this level. Ow. Oh, come on. The swing speed is so slow. Alright. I finally beat the demo. Still, I can keep playing as long as I want, but I should wishlist this cool Die or Die game on Steam, or else. Already wishlisted. I did it! I did it! Yeah. Level's basically 2x because of zombies. The zombies were insane. Like, actually insane. I'm gonna bring the dev on. I'm gonna go again, but I'm gonna bring the dev on. You ready, dev? You ready? Alright, I am in your channel.
How are you doing? Thank you.
How are you doing? Well, if you'd like to introduce yourself, tell Chad who you are and what you're working on, man.
Yeah, pretty brief introduction then. I am Ruben Calles. I am the art director and producer at Ao Norte. We are a super small development team set in North Spain. Actually, Ao Norte means to the north in Galician, which is our home language. That's pretty much it. I've been working on game dev since 2014 or something like that.
Nice.
I moved to Madrid after making fine arts and trying to look for a game dev job back in the day. And here we are with our tiny studio nowadays.
Dude, that's awesome. That's really awesome. And is this how long have you guys been running this studio? Actually, has it been a long time?
No, we started this studio in November last year, in 2024.
That's great. And is this your first game from the studio? Or
this is our second game, actually.
Second game.
We first started working on a super huge game that was definitely out of our scope when we started working on as a team on our spare time. But then we moved into developing Tiny Garden. Here it is. Yeah,
I'm pulling it up. So this was your guys' first game, and this looks like you did pretty well too. Yeah. You're sitting at 88% positive, 90 reviews. That's not bad.
Yeah,
and then
actually, we founded this through Kickstarter. I guess on June or July last year. After that, we engaged with Super Rare Originals, and they help us funding the rest of the development. And then we published this, on April last year. I was missing the dates. We did the Kickstarter in July. Yeah.
So I gotta ask, what made you go from cozy pocket garden simulator to rude boy, sketchy graphics flipping you off when you win a level? Like, how did that happen? That's a wild transformation.
Yeah, we know. Before jumping into Die or Die, we started working on a super small kind of started as a companion app for Tiny Garden. This is one similar to an idle desktop game, so we could nurture the community with. We started with a Kickstarter campaign, but yeah, your question is super valid. I'd like to say recently that if I have to retire from making games due to the current state of the industry, I would like to retire making the game that I like, the game that I love.
Fair. And you guys made this one because that's the one you like? Yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's it. It's not super different in terms of influences from Tiny Garden, because Tiny Garden was super inspired by Mighty Max and Polly Pocket Toys from the 90s. And Die or Die is pretty much inspired from the cartoon shows from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. So we'd like to throw here our reference from when we were children and try to work over that.
That's awesome. No, that's really cool. And I think it's so wild because most studios, they get kind of like a flavor, right? And then like they just do that kind of game and like that's the game that they're known for and that's it, you know? And and you guys went the opposite direction. You're like, what if we did something totally different? And I find that to be really fascinating. I really do. I very much so like that. I think you guys have done something really neat there. That's wild, man. Like, that's really wild to see.
Yeah, it is wild. I mean, they do that, and they do that wisely, because in terms of creating a company and making it stable for the team, maybe making this super crazy jump from one genre to other is not the most intuitive way to proceed. But we are not having that much of a problem at the moment. It's kind of difficult to fund our developments. But I guess Die or Die is kind of appealing, and when you guys watch it or play it, we always have good feedback. But I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean that makes sense. Like, what do you think? Like, you've had this out. Have you had this out in demo for a while? Actually, that's one of the things I didn't check. Yeah, you've had a demo out. How long has the demo been out? Since September? Have you gotten a lot of good feedback from people so far? And like, if so, what has that led to in terms of changes for the video game? Like the most extreme change of it?
This is actually the demo you're playing. Since then, we've seen a few people playing the game. And for example, you were asking for reduce the screen shake and control the camera effects. To put a simple example, that should be pretty much fixed in the newer private releases. We threw you the latest demo in case you wanted to try it out, because I see this now, the one you're playing, and it feels kind of rusty to me. Even I love it, but we improved a lot in terms of game feel, balancing of damage, the economy. We added a lot of content. And we are aiming to do early access release sooner than later, maybe around end of Q1, beginning of Q2 next year.
Oh, that's great. I mean, like, that means you guys are you're hitting the ground running, man. That's awesome. You said, so that's pretty early now. What do you think is the thing that stands in the way the most of your launch date then?
Yeah, for us, the development of the early access version is pretty much covered to the day. All the content is there. We are just polishing it and adding a lot of minor tweaks and changes to the progression, making it not easier, but easier to start, difficult to master. For example, the bummer you found while playing, the one that reverses the screen upside down. We just got rid of that. That was...
Yep, that's a Godot bug. To be clear to everybody else, we know that's a Godot bug. I believe it was Godot 4.6, if I looked correctly. Yeah, this was an issue with Godot. Another game that was shown off in Indiecember had the exact same bug. So, no, we know that's an engine-related bug. It's not even you guys.
No. That was a Godot bug. But if you look in the right corner of your screen right now, you have the active bummer that reverses the screen.
Yeah, that one. I do have that one, and I need to get rid of it because it's horrible.
That one is impossible. We soften it a bit, but the one that we rid of in the current versions is the next one, that the one that you point in one direction and you shoot in the other one. that is not playable at all. The one you are really getting rid of right now.
Yep, those are my top priority removals, so that makes sense.
Yeah, that is hell. For example, picking up your previous question, one thing that changes the gameplay and the way that players play a lot is that we added a system that rewards you if you let bombers stay in play. So high risk, high reward. Right now, maybe a priority for many players is to get rid of bombers. So you can play safe, you can enjoy the game as it is, but we added a system that, okay, maybe you leave 5 bombers there, okay, that grants you 1 or 2 extra dices.
That's cool. Actually, that's actually really awesome. Is like if you accrue bummers, it's not just a bummer, you know. It's like actually something that they can help. Yeah, I find that to be really interesting, and that's like kind of high risk, high reward gameplay at that point. That makes it very fun and interesting.
I think
and
it really adds up to the game.
You're super right. Is firing this opposite is really rough.
It's horrible. I'm trying to speak. Meanwhile, I don't know how you're making. How are you doing it?
Through sheer determination right now, man. Let me tell you, it's pretty rough.
I can see it. It's pretty funny. Last day, this very Monday, we enjoyed a gameplay session with the whole team. We are 4 right now. With the addition of this new system, it's super funny to see how everyone plays in a different way. A couple of us like to play super hard, leaving all the bombers stay in play, but others try to, okay, I'm going to be a coward, but I'm going to make it farther than you did.
That's wild. Like the idea of, oh my god, there's so many dogs. The idea of keeping like so many bombers in play at all, like with them being as strong as they are, you know, like that's completely crazy to me. I also, one of the things I do love is that you guys allow it to, allow the player to hit bullets in midair. If you're like, you know, skillful enough, that's nice. And that's not something I see a lot of in these types of games.
Yes, that's true. We have a minor debate about that, but we kind of reduce the effectivity and the speed you can use your scythe, but we still allow the player to do so because it's super useful and it adds minor mechanic from other games of the genre, as you said, yeah.
Yeah. What would you say is your guys' biggest inspirations for this game in terms of other games?
Super easy. Nuclear Throne in terms of gameplay for this particular scene. Obviously, we love Lambier, we love Nuclear Throne. Other main reference for in terms of gameplay, Dicey Dungeons and Dice and Fall for this other menu you are going to.
That's cool. I like that.
And in terms of general vibes, we really like Pizza Tower and Cartoon Network as a whole. So those should be our main reference.
Honestly, that's fantastic because Pizza Tower really came through immediately. I was like, oh man, this art. Like that's actually one of the things is when you guys submitted, I was like, this is so cool looking. Because like the art is it's just like sketchy and fun and neat, you know, and I really enjoy that. So I think you're doing something awesome there for sure.
Thank you so much. As I said, if I have to retire from making games, I'd like to do it having a nice time with the team, spending a good time and making the game we love.
Well, I hope you don't have to retire from making games, because this is
I hope so.
Especially because you...
a wish list.
Yeah. Wish list the video game. Do it, chat. Let them keep making ridiculous, weird video games like this. This is rad, man. And it's tough, too.
No, I have to say thank you so much for playing the game, for making a space for a tiny dev like ours to join Indecember. This is a great initiative, so thank you so much for covering it.
No, pleasure's all mine, dude. You guys do amazing stuff, and it's so cool to like see everything that the indies out there are doing, man. Like it's really neat, and this is cool as hell. Your game is rad. It's tough too. Oh no, I have to get rid of this.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no, that again. That's the thing. This demo kind of lacks many different content. Some of the bombers and powers kind of repeat themselves from play to play, but hope we can upload a new demo soon so you can all enjoy it. That's
cool. Yeah, heck yeah. And it's, I think, like honestly, I think that this is really, really fun as it is, but if you're telling me there's a bunch of improvements coming up, I'm down for that. I think that's rad. Super excited to see what you do.
Whenever you want, you have the links in the private chat on Discord. So
that's for the Google Drive version. Okay.
Yeah, I just sent them a bit late. Sorry, I was out
good
for a couple of days. My bad.
That is no problem at all.
So that's a great excuse to see each other again.
Yeah. No, it's true. And like, I'm gonna be honest with you. We had so many people submit for Indiecember that like, I've talked about it a bunch with like all the other devs. Is we're just gonna do this again in summer. We're gonna do it in June, and just do another one,
great.
and just like bring more people on because it's been a blast. It's been fun for the community. It's been cool for all the devs. Like everybody wins, you know.
Yeah. I just wanted to ask you how are you doing with this Indiecember initiative? Are you enjoying the games as a whole?
Yes, no, 100%, dude. Like this has been probably the most fun I've had almost all year. Like it's like pretty insane to me to like see all this, and it's the coolest part about it is we get to sit down and talk with it because one of the things I realized about like all these other games shows and stuff, and like no hate to them, I think they're doing a really good thing, is you just see an ad. You see like an ad for like 30 seconds, man, and like that doesn't tell me anything about the game. It doesn't tell me about the devs, and I'm finding increasingly as a person who buys games, as a consumer, I go, well, I want to know about the devs. Like, what do they want to do with the game? Like, where do they want to bring it? How do they feel about game dev, right? Like that matters to me, and if it matters to me, I know it matters to other people that want to buy games as well.
Yeah.
And I was like, why don't we just fix that, man? Like, because we can. We just have people on and be like, hey, come look at it.
Gotta be honest, being so directly in touch with the community and with you, the ones that play and enjoy and that make fun with our games out there, is super first useful for us, obviously, but super fun and engaging and encouraging to keep making games, because you know game industry is quite a thing right now. Having a look that our games are enjoyed, or I don't know, just seeing a couple of people talking about it is super encouraging. So thank you so much.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
By the way, I'm seeing in the chat someone saying, Cursed Moon, is the dev Javier Bardem? No, I am not. Well, thank you.
That's funny. So where is your guys' studio actually situated? Like, where in the world is it? I think you may have said earlier, but I want to make sure.
Yeah. We're in Spain. We are in the north part of Spain. It is called Galicia. We are actually in the Santiago de Compostela, which is that place where Christians and Catholic people go to I don't know, pilgrims? Yeah.
Pilgrimage, yeah. That'd be the word.
Exactly.
That's awesome. Like, what is the indie scene like there, man? Because, like, that's always an interesting thing to me, is you never know what it's going to be like. Out here, it's kind of collaborative, but it's very, I don't know, it's not, I wouldn't say fully collaborative, I would say it's kind of sneaky. Like, people just don't talk to each other. It's like, unless there's like a big event, and they're like, hey, everybody look at my thing.
Yeah, I think I heard you before that you are set in Washington, maybe?
Yeah, I'm up in Washington State, and like, it's probably people don't meet up very often here. It's probably because it rains all the time, man. We get rain like 75% of the year. It's just rain always. There's no reason to go outside.
It's pretty much similar to what happens here.
Yeah.
Actually, Santiago is the most rainy part of Galicia, and Galicia is the most rainy part of Spain. So, now here, I am actually the president of the regional F association. It's kind of awesome to see what's going on here right now, because when I have to go to Madrid, to the capital of Spain, like 10 years ago to look for a job in game dev, there was nothing here back in the day, but right now there is a lot of degrees, masters, courses, etc. So a lot of young people is making games here in Galicia, and that seemed to be impossible like 10 years ago. And people is so kind, is so collaborative here in Galicia. The thing is, we don't have an industry per se. It's like we are too young to be considered an industry. We have to solidify our businesses here.
So it's very new. It's very like kind of unheard of sort of thing. Does that make it tough for things like business loans or like being taken seriously on like tax purpose stuff? Like, what kind of complications does that cause?
Yeah, exactly. Here in Spain, we have a public grant from the Culture Ministry, and that kind of helped a lot of devs to start their businesses or to solidify them. And in Galicia, there is another small grant by the culture part of the local regional government, but it kind of didn't fit the requirements of the scene because they asked for some things that didn't fit what we could be. We hoped to have 2 or 3 years of expertise or longevity as a business, but that wasn't possible a couple of years ago. So we are actually from the association. We are representing, trying to collaborate with the regional government to help them understand the situation of the devs here.
I think honestly that's fantastic that it's moving in the right direction, because it's one of the things I've seen pretty globally now too, is a lot of governments starting to be like, hey, we should definitely fund these small businesses that are indie devs. And I think a lot of it was, the government's always going to want to get as much tax as possible. That's what they do. So, like, they're like, oh, if we fund this small studio, they'll sell a game internationally, and then we can recoup from that by doing it. And it's really beneficial to the indie devs. The local government is super fine with it. And it's a bit of a risk, but you only need one indie game to, like, super go viral. And, as a dev, if you're out there, see if your government has plans like this. If they have grants, get them. Right? Like, that's a totally normal thing to do. And some countries even do, like, tax breaks on indie studios as a result of that to try and get you guys to get out there and make stuff, which is great. That's a really positive thing. So I think if it's moving that direction on your guys' side, that's a very good sign, man. Like, you want that for sure. And I think that a lot of stuff will follow suit. So good. That's great to hear. Yeah, it's awesome.
I'm super happy, yeah. I'm super happy that I was able to return to our home region, trying to help the guys here, help myself by making a company here in my local region. I don't know, trying to push forward because the weather out there is kind of rough, and we have to stay strong. So
good.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. I think that's a fantastic opportunity, man. That's great. Hell yeah. Yeah, that is cool. Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome. I do find that a lot of devs don't realize how many systems they can reach out about, and we've actually had a number of devs from Indiecember be like, yeah, I got a government grant, or I got a government kickback, or any of this kind of stuff, and like, that's great. Like, that's soup. You didn't know it was a thing? Yeah, a lot of countries do it. A lot of them do. There's small business loan kind of stuff, and there's specifically indie development like funds and like creative arts funds that you can get. Some colleges will do them as well. And some governments do them. So, like, look at your local area, see what you can do, man. Like, it's a beneficial thing for you. But yeah, so, like, I think you guys are making something really cool here. I love the art style, by the way. So you said you're the art director?
Yeah, actually I'm the art director, producer, the jack of all trades of the studio, because we are a tiny studio. Yeah.
Very tiny, yeah. No, that's awesome. I love this art style. I thought it was immediately like, this is rad as hell. And it's funny, too, because, like, I saw people react to kind of like Pizza Tower, and I was like, that is an amazingly animated game. And they're like, no, it looks bad, sketchy. And I was like, no. And then I showed them, I was like, this has like tens of thousands of animation frames, man. Like, it's like Pizza Tower is insane. Like, insane the amount of effort they put into the animation. It's a phenomenal looking game. And this kind of a thing is just like this to me. Yeah, it's very pretty, because like people don't realize, to make something that looks sketchy like this, like, that's a totally unique art style, and you have to make something that is familiar while at the same time being, readable and good with that kind of a thing, not overdone. So, like, can you talk a little bit about your process for reaching this art style, because it is really interesting?
It's kind of funny because our first approach in terms of art style to Die or Die was trying to make a claymation game.
Really?
I love playing with clay, and I did a couple of super small shorts like 15 years ago or something like that with claymation. And I said, okay, maybe I love this style. Is it possible to take a couple of photos of clay forms and just animate them with 2D rigging like Spime or something like that? Okay, yeah, it is doable, but it is taking a lot of time. I'm not going to be able to put that amount of efforts and money into that. So maybe in the future we take back that art style for other game, but we jump into this because the main reference I talked to you about before. The Animaniacs, Ren and Stimpy, Cow and Chicken, Rocko's Modern Life, etc.
Did you try a bunch of art styles for this game prior, or was this the one that you just settled on like right away?
Yeah, apart from the early stages when we tried the claymation style. This was the one we start with.
So it's just claymation style in this? That's fantastic. Have you ever seen the game Hylix before? You ever seen those?
Which one, let me?
So Hylix, that's what reminded me of when you said that sort of claymation style. Hylix is done completely in claymation. It's crazy. It's a crazy looking game, and if you like that kind of style, they basically took the claymation, took a picture of it, and then deep fried it, like made the image deep fried. And I've never seen anything like that. So when you said, "Oh, we did it wanted to do like claymation," I was like, "That sounds like Hylix." Hylix 2 is the same.
This is the one. I cannot see the developer. Is this one developed by I guess he was called Jack King Spooner, maybe?
Mason Lindroth. I don't know what other names they were.
Okay, sorry, Mason.
Yeah.
But this reminds me a lot of the work of Jack King Spooner, and maybe I swapped reference, but I didn't know this one.
Yeah,
wow,
it's
impressive.
It's crazy looking, right? And the thing that's funny about it is that those hands that we're going over are actually like animatic hands. That's how you cast magic. Like it's just like this is a spell in the game that's not like just for the ad. Like it's just absurd. So when you're talking about that, like that weird art style kind of a thing in claymation, this is what I envisioned immediately for that. And I think it's really cool. So there is definitely a market for that. If you guys are ever wondering, like, oh man, I wonder if my weird art style is like people are like it. Yeah, they will. They will, 100%. There's 100 million weird art styles out there.
Yeah, absolutely. The thing that you said before regarding Pizza Tower, okay, this is too sketchy, this is not worth. We got a couple of responses from publishers saying that very thing, and I'm saying, okay. I obviously I respect your take on this, but that is the direction we are aiming for intentionally.
Yep. The thing is it makes you stand out.
It's not a lack of resources.
Yeah, it makes you stand out, and I think it's a positive thing for the game, and it's what you want the game to look like, and I don't think there's a problem with that whatsoever. And I do think that any publisher is going to be afraid. They will. And the reason why is because they want safe. They don't want new, they want safe. But you know what you get when you don't take new and interesting? You get AAA. So it's like that's not what indie's about, man. You know, like, so I congratulate you on that. I'm glad that you went with your gut and you went with something that you thought would be cool, because it is, to me, it looks really cool, and I love this.
I just wanted to ask you a couple of questions, one regarding the game and other not regarding the game at all. The first one, when you arrived to the action sim, we have a better scene of what I'm going to ask you, but do you, and I mean you Thor and the rest of the chat here, think that the scene, that the level is feeling kind of empty? Would you need anything else in terms of, I don't know, decorations in the floor, decoration on the rooftops? Because we're working on things like that, but as I said, we have a few resources and we are trying to prioritize them.
Yeah, I do think that the rooftops are kind of empty. It'd be cool to have like maybe animated assets around there, like maybe people like sunbathing up on the roof, or like little things like that, like little dudes up there that aren't enemies, you know, stuff that makes it seem a little bit more lived in and alive, kind of a thing. I think that's probably it, you know, but like outside of that, the amount of clutter that's inside of the environment, the monsters and everything like that, it's all very readable, and it feels really good with the level of clutter it is right now. So I don't know. I think it's mostly just, non-combat doodads, I guess is the best way to put it.
Yes, I love the idea. And people are, Chepi Kajika are saying the same in the chat. Like people watching from the rooftops could be a good thing.
Yeah, kind of like, like rally cars? You ever see like rally cars before? Yeah. So like when all the people are on the side of the road and they're like really close to danger, but they're like right there on the side. I imagine something like that. Like people will be like, "Oh, what's going on down there?" Kind of a thing.
That's a great reference, actually.
Yeah. No, I love watching that, because I'm like, those people are crazy. Like there's like a car within 6 inches and they're like, wow, and it's going like 60 miles an hour on like a dirt road. It's terrifying.
We have a lot of rally culture here in Galicia, and people tend to put themselves in danger. Actually, yes.
It's terrifying. That scares the hell out of me. Oh my god.
Like rally video games, a developer from Vigo is developing a lot of rally games, and they are super cool. The name of the dev is Bijuda, and the games are Super Wallen. Super Golden GP, I guess.
Never heard of that. That's awesome.
Write it in the chat. Here it is.
What would you say is like the thing that takes the most in developing this game? Like the most time for you guys?
Looking for fans.
Really? Is that like the primary thing you guys are after? Really?
I have to say, and I have no fear in saying so publicly, our business, our company is super in danger right now because we don't have much resources to keep working on games if we don't find external funding in a few months.
Really? That soon? Do you have any ideas of doing any crowdfunding or anything like that? Or is it not something you're into?
Yeah. We are looking into something similar to that. Hope we can say something publicly soon. But at the moment we are focused on finish the game, keep talking to investors, publishers, and etc. Increasing the number of wishlist because that is the metric they pay attention to. And having a couple of secondary projects to look for funds as well. We have another project in development that is kind of ready to release when we have enough wishlists. Is this tiny deskpot? Is like the how does he say it? The idle desktop game I told you before, and it's a chance for us to make some sales and help the studio keep moving forward. And we are also thinking into a couple of other games. But you know, for people, a game is more than enough to keep us focused. But if this game is not making the cut for some publishers or investors, we have to keep looking for other options.
That's fair. And I think that's something a lot of people don't realize is the reality of, you know, making games is it's very financially taxing for a lot of studios and it's very scary. So, you know, looking for a publisher for that kind of thing is very common. And I generally believe that no developer wants to have a publisher. That's like you need one if you can't make it, you know, and that's it's not a you'll want to have, it's a you have to have. So if you do go down the route of doing self-funding, of doing anything like that, let us know. Because I know there's already people in the community that like this. How many of you guys like this game so far? And you would want to play this game or want to, you know, do something with this game. Say something in chat. Because that's the thing is like, if you have that, let us know and then we can announce it out. Yeah, there's a bunch of people in the community that would. And yeah, he's also very right. If you wish list the video game, that is a signal to two things. It's a signal to Steam to say, Steam, you're going to make more money off this game. You should show it to more people. And then they will. And then it's also a signal to publishers to say, hey, you're going to make money off this game. you should publish this game no matter how you feel, right? Like which is like such a ridiculous thing if like it all goes off of wishlist. Wishlist is the most powerful indicator you have as somebody who wants to buy video games. As the consumer power is in the wish list, 100%. People don't realize they have that much strength, dude. They really don't. Like, people do not realize how much power they have over these types of things. Good games don't sell themselves. You do. 100%. You do it by wish listing them and telling them. Yeah. Yeah,
it's super useful because having that external validation not only allows a publisher to be sure of that the investment and the business is safe for them, but is also a signal of, okay, this game is worth the effort for us as developers. So we know this is a thing we say when pitching our games to publishers. We didn't miss a single deadline. We know how to make games. Maybe not the biggest games in the world. We are not working on AAA, but as a team and as a producer myself, I am so sure that we can develop and make solid games in a few months. For example, Tiny Garden, we developed that in 9 months or 10 months, I guess.
Yeah, wow.
So the only thing that's missing right now is the external validation. And that is a pain for us because we know we are good doing that. We just need to achieve the extra validation first from players, obviously, from the community, and second, and in this case, most important, from a potential partner, such as an investor or a publisher. Yeah.
Yep. I mean, for investors, for publishers, for platforms, the only thing that matters is you guys. That's it. They care about, a lot of the times, a lot of publishers won't even care maybe about the vision of the game. Some of them do, which is great, but some of them, they just want the numbers, man. So it makes the dev's job infinitely easier if you wish list that, and then they can use that as numbers. Be like, you may think that the art looks weird or whatever, right? Like, look at Pizza Tower probably had a really tough sell with that too. You know, like that's a tough thing for them to do. But if you go and we have 100,000 wish lists, they were like, oh, okay, I don't care. Yeah, we're done. Come with us. Yeah, like immediately.
Yeah, exactly.
How many wish lists do you guys have, if you don't mind revealing that?
Right now, less than 2,000. And if you ask me, that is we need a lot more. For example, we released Tiny Garden with 10,000 more or less. Tiny Garden, I guess it has like 25,000 more or less. But we releasing a game with 2,000 wishlist is a suicide in terms of commercially and finance.
What other marketing activities have you guys done outside of Indiecember?
Yeah, that is the thing that we were struggling with the most, because we were super focused on the development and going through the regular course of looking for extra funding and extra partners, external partners. So we looked into publishers, looked into investors, and after seeing that is kind of difficult in this particular moment, because we didn't have such a problem with Tiny Garden, we engaged with a marketing and PR company just a month ago or something like that. So we really hope you hear a lot more from us and from Ao Norte and Die or Die from now on. So getting to work with a marketing partner is going to improve a lot our visibility, hopefully the wishlist number too.
Yeah, no, I hope so too, because what you guys are making feels really good. I don't know how you guys felt in chat about it, but like playing it feels really nice. You should check out the demo, like legitimately. If you're into Nuclear Throne, you will likely love this, is how I felt about it. And the leveling up of powers and reducing, bummers on your character, which are like debuffs, the dice system for that feels really good, because it's like a little mini game, right? Yeah. So I am interested. This is a really tough question for a lot of people, right? And this is chat's favorite, by the way. I want you to call your baby ugly. What does your game do the worst? It's a tough one, man.
The worst. Right now, I really hate the cinematics and the teaser trailer we made. In terms of gameplay, kind of proud of what we achieved. In terms of art style too, the code obviously is not visible for the general public, but Sergio, which is our main programmer, is the best. He's a young and talented programmer from Vigo, actually. This is the scene that you're watching. I made this in, I don't know, a couple of evenings, and this is terrible.
Why do you hate it? I thought it was great.
Yeah, it could seem great, but I kind of think that I need to put a lot of effort into a proper trailer or teaser. Maybe not 24 frames per second, obviously. But,
no, spend the next 5 years making a trailer, dude.
No.
The nightmare.
Listening to players is kind of difficult for us right now. Being able to react in real time to what people say about the game and to tweak the stats of enemies, to get rid of some bombers, to change some powers for others. We feel like visibility like the one you're allowing us to have right here is going to be super useful, because it's going to be a test for us. We didn't have such a visibility in the last months. We joined the Steam Next Fest. We did kind of good, but with the numbers you see we are having, we didn't do great, obviously. So having this focus on our game is going to be so useful, because I don't know how do you say in English, tunnel vision. When you have tunnel vision regarding your own project, having external feedback is super useful to know that maybe your project or your product is not that good, or maybe the thing that you were more proud about it's not it's not that good. Or even in the other direction. For example, Feller, which is our sound designer and musician, is making a hell of a job here. But as I said, low funds, not a big project, not a big team. I really hope we could pay him better because he deserves that. He deserves that. He just surprised us a lot with the quality of his work. So in one of the first comments here in the chat, people saying I could live with this loop forever. It's like so encouraging, and he's going to be so proud.
Yeah, the loop is super nice. I mean, it's. I've had it on the entire interview, and it feels great. Just in the background, this is just like the main menu screen. Like, there's that one, and then there's this one here. Just feels great. Feels really nice, honestly. So yeah, to be real with you, I think you guys.
I kind of avoided your question.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, you did. I noticed. But that's fine.
For me, as an art director, the thing that we are doing the worst is the level design in terms of that kind of details. Details on the rooftops, details on the scene, like smaller animated details that make the scene feel alive. It works nice. The game feel is okay. I guess you are enjoying it, but I think we still lack that extra level that makes a player say, okay, this is nice. Looking, for example, look at that scene. A lot of the screen is just brown because of the empty rooftops. That is not appealing. Not appealing at all. If you ask me.
So you want to add stuff to this to make it more appealing? I can see that. Yeah, I can see that entirely. I mean, that was the thing that we were talking about earlier with stuff like that. I think you had a different environment in the other trailer that looked really interesting as well.
If you ever play the next demo, you have 3 whole worlds. This is the first one, the city. You will have the gas station and the Western amusement park.
Yeah, see, this already looks way more compelling, and I think it's because I think you're right. I think it's just not like a big car park on top, right? You know, you got these really stylized crows all over the place. You've got, like like this looks rad. I dig that, and even the texture, of the hay up there looks really good. Yeah, so I think you're right. Just kind of adding stuff to it. That's all you got to do. But it looks like the thing is to me is everything looks really readable right now. So it's always the fine balance, adding cool clutter and greebles to all your buildings and then making it so it's still readable somehow at the same time. So, but it does feel very readable right now.
Awesome, thank you. I just want to make a parenthesis in the conversation because I just wanted to ask you too. I'm not the interviewer by all means, but I just wanted to know a bit more from you, Thor. Are you working on Pirate software? What are you working on right now?
So I'm working on 2 things at the same time. I work on Heartbound, which I'm the programmer, writer, and designer for, and I also work on Block Game, which is our MMO server that we're going to be porting into Hytale soon. And I do all the economy and game design in that, and some of the systems building, and all of the systems design for that. So it's like with Block Game, it's Jake and I together, and then with Heartbound, it's me, and then I work with 2 contractors, which is Shay, who does the art and animation, and Stein, who does our music and sound effects. And that's the stuff I do off stream, 99%. Most of the time I work on Block Game on stream, but for Indiecember, we're playing video games, making video games. There's Jake in chat, that's not Irma. So Jake does the other half of the stuff when we're working on Block Game stuff. But yeah, that's the stuff that I get to work on for that. And then our first game as a studio was Champions of Breakfast, which is a little arcade game. And I made that when I was still working AAA side, and I was like, I just want to make something. So we had to get approved, which a lot of people don't realize this. Check your contracts, by the way. If you work in AAA or if you work in tech and all. Yeah, I had to check my contract, and I was like, oh, they own anything I make, even if it's at home. Cool, right? So then I had to go through HR, and I had to go through like all the corporate bullshit red tape, and they approved me to go make something, and I was allowed to do it and keep ownership of it, even though it was at home, even though it was on my own PC. But they approved it, and I ended up making that game in 24 days from concept to launch. And it was just a little tiny whatever video game, right? But it taught us everything, man. It taught us how to make stuff on Steam and like launch things and Steam trading cards and everything that goes along with that. And it's probably the best decisions I ever made for making something is like, yeah, make the tiny thing first. Made everything else much faster. Yeah. So seems really invasive. 100%. Welcome to contracts. Read them. Read them all. Have a lawyer read them. Like it's how it works, man.
That is super valid and universal tip. Yes.
But that's all the stuff that I work on, and then I stream and hang out with the community, and I also run a ferret rescue. So if you haven't seen that, let me show you this. So I run a ferret rescue here in Washington State for ferrets, which are cool little animal. But we run that, and we are building the largest ferret rescue in the United States right now. So that's the big project we're working on. We're building a building, which, let me tell you, I learned a lot about building buildings, which is that it's way more expensive and terrifying to build one than it is to just buy one that already exists. So that's terrifying. It's a horrifying thing to deal with, man. So yeah, no, I've been doing that for the last, I think we've been working on that build project now for almost a year. But we just signed off on the next phase, which is schematics and everything like that, and we go and do that, and we actually stream all the animals, so they're up 100% of the time you get to watch them. So this is their environment right now. I don't know if anybody's out right now. There may be nobody out. Basically, I'm a giant nerd on the internet. Is the best way I can put it. But I do all kinds of stuff, right? And like that's the idea, and I can't do any of that without the community behind me, the team that we have together. Like, it makes it all possible. So you can blame all them in chat for this, you know. But yeah. Absolutely fantastic.
As I said before, I am not much Twitch and YouTube consumer, and that's why I didn't have you on my radar. So, because I wanted to know a bit more about you, since you invited me to your home.
Yeah, the biggest thing that I always try to push in terms of, you know, streaming on here is go make video games. Like 100% of the time. And I just tell people, go make games. We run game jams. We get people involved with that. The Discord has tons of resources for this. And it's just... I don't like the idea of barricades to knowledge. There's a lot of like paywalls and bullshit that's out there on the internet. So the biggest thing that I've tried to put forward on the internet is you can learn this. Here's a free way to do it. Go do it. Stop waiting around. Do it. Do the thing. And it's made a bunch of people be creative and go to make things. And we get all the kinds of games in the game jams. It's just been a blast, man. So like, yeah, I'm really happy with that. And that is why they're all here. Yeah, now they're all here and they're very happy about it. But like I think that's awesome, the opportunity they've afforded me, and now I can do events like this that help out indie devs like you, and it's worked out amazing. So thank you, goblins. They're also called goblins, by the way. They love that.
I guess it's not an insult.
That's very funny.
No, that's beautiful, man.
Yeah, well, hell yeah, dude. Well, I guess the last question I have for you then, now that you've interviewed me in response.
Sorry.
That's so funny. So this is a really tough one. If you don't have an answer for this is fine. You can always ask the community what they think it would be. But what do you think you're going to sell the game for? How much?
Yeah.
Tough one.
Since we are aiming for an early access release, we are looking into have different prices from the early stages until the 1.0 version. So please do not take this as an agreement, as a compromise, because it is not. But we are looking into $8.99 into the lowest, into the first release, more or less, going into $12.99, $13.99, more or less.
So like 9 to 12, 9 to 13, kind of an area. That's good.
More or less.
What do you guys think in chat about that? What do you think a good price for this game would be? Great value? You're thinking 24, 10 to 15, solid 15, 10 to 15, 10 to 15.
Yeah.
15, 10 to 15, 10 to 15. Yeah, you're definitely right in the money. People seem to really like that price. Yeah, that's great.
Awesome.
Thank you.
That is a super useful question. Thank you. Because having all the chat talking about this is so useful to know if we are in touch with reality.
Yeah, no, it's super good. I always think the difficult thing too is localized pricing. I mean, you guys, you know very well, you know, if you're out there in Spain, like it's tough. You know, it's tough for a lot of regions of the world in terms of pricing, especially from US-based prices, and then it just kind of goes wild in other areas. But Steam does a pretty good job with that automatically, and then whatever you do past that helps as well. So heck yeah, man. I think that's a really good price. I really do. I think it's a steal.
Awesome. We have to polish it a bit and to look into the final details, but we are aiming into something like that. Yeah.
Well, rock on. Well, we are almost at time. What?
One last thing, and I am leaving you already.
Sure.
Since I have this opportunity of being here and we are surrounded by a lot of awesome people, do you guys happen to know someone that could help us with a trailer? Actually,
I have some people I can get in touch with you. People that I've worked with before that do amazing stuff. Yeah, I can do that. I'll send you some contacts. 100%.
Awesome. I'll write you. I'll write to you after the holiday season.
Perfect. Yeah, I think after Indecember, then we can get in touch. Use the same channel we already have, and then we'll just talk in there, or send me a DM on Twitter. Right? Either way works. Yeah, no, I can talk to you about that because I worked with some really good animators in the past, and I know some that are fantastic. They do some really cool stuff, really cool stuff. So
That's
heck
awesome.
yeah, man.
Awesome.
We'll rock on.
Thank you so much.
With that in mind, is there anything that you want to say to the community? Anything at all whatsoever?
I guess you have a great community here.
Okay.
I was not again. I'm not more use. Sorry, I don't use Twitch a lot, and I felt super welcome here. So just this goes for you and this goes for the community. Just keep engaged. Just keep looking for weird games. Keep talking to developers in a reasonable manner, and keep encouraging people to make the things that they love. You do yourself the things that you love, because it's never too late to enjoy your work.
I 100% agree with you, and that's a fantastic message. So thank you.
Thank you so much for having me, Thor. I don't know. Feliz Navidad, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Yep, to you as well.
Everybody.
And I want to thank you again for being on. It was great having you. So thank you very much. And I will talk to you later, man.
Same here. Bye, everybody. Thank you.